When you pick up the XS20, you can actually dangle it off from 1 finger, 2 fingers, 3 fingers, and that just shows you how secure this grip actually is compared to the XS10. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I've managed to get my hands on a Fujifilm X-T20 thanks to Fujifilm South Africa. I've actually reached out to them. They were kind enough to loan me this particular unit for approximately 7 to 10 days. So 7 to 10 days is not a fair enough time to do justice giving a full review on this body. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you guys my first impressions on this body. We can do some vlogging samples. I'll compare it with the XS10 in terms of size and weight, and do some comparisons with the Fuji X-H2S that I've been using for close to a year, as well as the 18-55 kit lens that it was bundled with when Fuji sent it to me. Then I'll give you my conclusion on my initial first impressions on this body. So let's get build quality out of the way. So immediately when I took it out of the box, for me, the first thing that stood out was the grip compared to the XS10. It's quite a beefy grip, obviously using the new W235 battery from Fuji, and it makes a huge difference compared to the XT4, compared to the XT2 that I'm currently using as well, and the XS10, which uses the older battery. And even though side by side you can't tell a major difference in terms of grip, when you pick up this body you're able to actually even pick it up with your fingertips, and it's still very secure, and that is what I like to see on a grip. You know, I don't know what test you want to call this, but yeah, it's very comfortable and very secure when holding it in your hand, and even, you know, just letting it rest on your fingertip. So it also has a dedicated vlog mode, as you guys can see there. So there's no way we can test out the camera without actually testing out this specific vlog mode. It also has a pop-up flash like your XS10. And there's obviously been some increases in terms of display resolution and EVF resolution. So still on build quality, I find the XS20 to be extremely well built. Unfortunately, it is not weather sealed. The XS10 comes in at 477 grams and the XS20 at 501 or 502 grams. So the XS20 only comes in black. I haven't seen any silver units. I don't think Fuji manufactures any silver like your XT4 series, 3 and 5 series. However, I prefer black. I do not prefer Fuji bodies in silver. I've had a silver XT4 in the past. In terms of paint finish, it never held up too well, and it seems like the finish on the XH2S is very similar to the finish on the XS20. I've scuffed it a couple of times, you know, hanging off from the side of my body on a belt clip, and maybe using another body and just, you know, them passing each other. However, there is no scratches on my XH2S, and that is good news for the XS20, because the paint finish seems to be very similar, and if that's the case, I'm sure that it's going to be as durable as the XH2S. It has the same flip screen of the XH2S as well as the XT4. On my XT4 it was a bit loose. I haven't noticed that with the XS20. It seems much stronger like my XH2S. However, there's still only one point of contact with the flip out screen, and I would prefer them designing, you know, something that seems more durable. I'm not saying this is not durable, because I haven't had anyone break on me. However, on the XT4 I have noticed that it was a bit looser than on the XS20 and the Fuji X-H2S. So the sensor they're currently using in this body is the older XT4 sensor. The XT4 was a top performer in terms of rolling shutter and image quality. I was very happy with the image quality coming from my XT4. And this body has that sensor. However, it does have a new generation processor, which means that you're going to gain benefits in terms of autofocus, you're going to gain in terms of codecs, having the ability to shoot 6.2 open gate, as well as external ProRes RAW on this entry level Fuji body, which you're not going to get from higher end bodies, you know, from different camera brands. So I think it was a good move from Fuji to keep the X-T4 sensor combined with a newer processor, and obviously upgraded the battery, which makes this a good contender in its current segment. Hey guys, so this is vlogging mode, or not vlogging mode, but vlogging test with the XS20 and the 18-55 kit lens in f-log2, exposing for the highlights, 85% zebras. Is it steady? What does it look like? I should have actually tried digital stabilization to check what that looks like. And just walking naturally or normally, no ninja walking happening here. So this is what you can expect using the XS20 with the 18-55 kit lens. It's tracking my eye perfectly. Actually, I had the 18-55 kit lens a while back and I sold it, and I got the 16-55. I'm actually missing this 18-55 kit lens. I think I need to get myself one for the X-T2 that doesn't have optical or image stabilizer. I'm actually really falling in love with this lens all over again. So now we've got electronic stabilization as well as optical stabilization and optical in the lens. Does it make a difference? Is there less shakes? So it has 13 film simulations on the camera, so that's if you're interested in shooting JPEGs. It also has the new nostalgic neg which was introduced with XH2S. That is one that I seem to use more than the others, as well as the Pro neg standard. However, I don't find myself using the film simulations too much. For those that do want to shoot in JPEG, you've got 13 film simulations that you can use on this. So in terms of video capability, it packs very impressive specs for the price that this body is coming in at. It offers you 6.2K open gate up to 30p, as well as slow-mo 120p, and a huge amount of codecs and bit rates internally on this camera. Some reviewers list all the different codecs and bit rates on this camera as a negative. Personally, for me, it's a huge benefit having all those options in camera. So there is one letdown for me on this body compared to my Fuji XH2S, and that is the lack of its ability to film internal ProRes. For me, that's a big one. Not for this body, but for me, what I'm saying is that for me, internal ProRes on my XH2S is a godsend. On my older machine, which is approximately 3 years old, it's an i5 10th or 11th gen with 16 gigs of RAM. The ProRes runs buttery smooth. I found myself using a lower bitrate on the XS10 to accommodate my machine, which means I'm not getting the full capability of this body currently with the machine that I have. So that is just a small negative. It does not have internal ProRes, unlike the XH2S that does. The ProRes on the XH2S runs buttery smooth on my older machine in DaVinci Resolve as well as Adobe Premiere Pro. So if there's anything I missed in this video, comment in the comment section below. If not subscribing, please hit the like button. It really helps the algorithm by growing this channel and bring you guys more content like this. Thanks for watching, guys. Till the next one. Peace out.